let's talk about why knowledge matters. With the science of reading and this emphasis on science of reading, I know we have struggled to remind people that the science of reading includes so much more than phonics instruction. Seems that there are a lot of people that kind of latched on to that all students need explicit phonics instruction, which they do, but then forgot or didn't seem to emphasize as adequately all of the other components that are also so vital for a student to grow in their literacy. And one of those things is knowledge. So I really like the Knowledge Matters campaign is a group that is really trying to raise awareness about the importance of ensuring we build knowledge in students. And so one of the things they say in their advisory report is that knowledge is necessary to comprehend what we read. Foundational skills are literally meaningless unless readers can make sense of the words and texts. This sense making requires knowledge that must be systematically built, not just activated, through instructional experiences and curricula that evoke curiosity and the desire to learn more. In short, knowledge matters. And when I read that quote, it was like, this is exactly what we're going for in Readtopia, providing really rich experiences and texts and video that really hopefully inspire curiosity in our learners and in our educators, will help to build that knowledge that is clearly lacking. So it's important for a number of reasons. We know that having some background knowledge when you come to a piece of text helps you choose between meanings of words. When they come across a word that has multiple meanings, if they don't have the background knowledge, they won't know which meaning to be thinking about as they read those words. Likewise, a lot of text, as we know, does not explicitly state some information. And so it's background knowledge that allows readers to fill in the blanks. Now, in Readtopia, most of the text is quite explicitly written because our students lack background knowledge. And as they get to those higher levels, that's when we start seeing more need to inference. Literary texts require background knowledge because we often use figurative language. We use similes, we use metaphors, we use these expressions, idioms that if you don't have background knowledge will not make sense, like the rest of the text won't make sense. Some of you might have come across in the middle high units, there in the teacher tools on the unit resources page, there are often, if there are idioms in the text, there's a sheet with those idioms so that you can actually explicitly address those. And then, of course, informational text requires background knowledge and vocabulary knowledge in order to make sense of what they're reading. And so all of the things we're doing in Readtopia is in an effort to increase their vocabulary, their receptive vocabulary, their background knowledge, because we know that our students lack it. So that's why we're really focusing on building it, not just activating it. I have shown this to groups before because I just think it's so cute. And if only it were this easy to build background knowledge, then we wouldn't have to be jumping through all these hoops, but we know it's not this easy. And so let's talk about how in Readtopia, we explicitly and intentionally set about to build background knowledge. So the first thing we're going to talk about are how the video lessons do that and why we have these video lessons and the ways in which we're shooting to build knowledge. Then we're going to look at a close reading of informational text lesson. And finally, we're going to focus on how providing opportunities for self-directed reading will further increase our students' knowledge.